All right. So I've been hearing a lot about this whole Israeli technique, right? Of carrying or conceal carrying a weapon. And simply, I'm going to use my Glock 19 here, guys, because that is my EDC. This weapon is clear. There's not a round in the chamber. Obviously, no magazine inserted into this weapon, right? So we can dry fire this weapon all we want, and it's completely safe. I'm doing this in my garage. As you can see, guys, hey, I stand for the flag. I kneel for the cross. Let me know if you support that. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about this Israeli technique, because the problem when you don't carry one in the pipe, right, and you go to present that weapon, this weapon does not have a round in the chamber. So what does that mean? It means I got to rack this weapon, then present this weapon, and then pull the trigger on target. All right? Why is that problematic? Because most people don't know how Israelis actually rack their weapons. They don't stop, rack, and most people, when they rack, they actually try to help that round go into the chamber. That is not the correct technique that you want to use, especially if you're going to, quote unquote, Israeli carry, okay? So the Israeli technique for chambering a round works like this. So when they draw their weapon, all right, they bring it up and they draw their weapon. When they grab that rack, they're actually forcing that weapon forward. So they force that weapon forward into the present position. Then they go ahead and put their second support hand on that weapon and then pull the trigger. It is not a matter of racking it here and then presenting that weapon. That takes too much time, right? Again, this goes back to my video, why I carry one in the pipe. If I go to present that weapon, it's ready to go. I don't have to think about chambering around. I could simply pull that trigger on target and take out that threat. So if you are going to do this whole Israeli carry with with rounds in the magazine but not in the pipe, you got to understand their technique is simply this, right? They're going to rack and present at the same single motion. They're going to rack and present in one fluid motion so they can discharge that weapon as soon as it is on target. They're not going over here, racking the weapon, then presenting the weapon. All right? It is a rack and present in the same motion. So here, they're going to force it out, not help that slide go forward, present that weapon, then discharge that weapon. So if you're going to do the Israeli carry where you're not going to carry one in the pipe, you need to understand that motion. You need to practice that motion. Just wanted to add a little bit of clarity to that. If you're going to do the Israeli carry, make sure you are also doing the way, racking the weapon the way they rack the weapon, which is present, keeping your finger off the trigger, right? You go to rack, you're pushing that weapon out, presenting, then you're putting that support hand on there and taking the shot. So just wanted to clarify that. You do not want to get into a position where you're sitting here racking and then, getting up to high ready and then presenting that weapon. It is a rack and present support, and even if you have to take a shot from here one-handed, you're still to be able to take the shot without that support hand. You still have to be able to pull that weapon, present that weapon on target in a very, very quick and seamless manner. So you need to be practicing that. If you're not, you're going to do yourself a disservice, because if you got to think about pulling that weapon, oh crap, I got to rack this thing. Now I got to rack, and now I got to go back to present. That's going to be problematic. Every second that you waste, guys, is a second your life is in danger. So a little bit of clarification on that Israeli carry. If you're going to do it, make sure you do it and make sure you practice it correctly. All right, that's a video I got for you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit a like and share this video as much as possible. And leave your comments below if you want me to cover other topics on this or cover other topics for you. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.